exciting day. So we were out at the Edel plant. They invited me out and we were checking out what they do, their technology, and their clubs. And my Edel irons have arrived. We're gonna put them to the test and see if we can't dial ourselves in here and get them all fixed up. These are new from Edel. These are the SMS Pro irons. They also make an SMS iron, a little more forgiving model. These are more of the blade forged style irons. Whew, exciting, take a look. We are here at Edel in Colorado. Spectacular swing match weighting system. I'm gonna show you how it works and see what we can, come up with. We're going with the Nippon shaft, and my weighting is gonna be a 6-2-6. So it's totally, for me, stabilizes that club face through impact. I mean, there's no gear effect when you hit the ball. It's pretty spectacular. So many times we get long irons that we can't square up and it goes way right. And then our short irons go way left and we're fighting. We're like trying to wrestle our game. Well, these have swing matched weighting, which means you could get these little weights, movable weights in the back of your irons. So this red one, if you wanted, let's say, to be able to square this up from going right, you want to correct it, you would move the weight more to the back. Lightens up the weight out on the toe. Conversely, for me personally, I don't like my short irons to go left. So I would add a little more weight on the toe to keep it a little more open. But regardless of what you do and who you are, we're all a little different. You can get all the weights you want so that you can dial in every iron specifically for your swing, because everybody's a little different. Let's hit them for the first time. Okay, I'm going to begin with the pitching wedge, and I'm gonna switch out the weights and just get it neutral setting with the red in the center. And we'll go from there and see what happens. Beautiful, not very difficult at all. And I also love looking down at this top line of this wedge. I hate seeing a thick top line. This looks pretty solid. All right, little wedge here, first shot. They feel pretty good. And then what I want to see is what happens when I put it on the toe. I've never used clubs like this before, irons. We have weighting and drivers for years, but I've never used any with irons. All right, weight is on the toe. See if I like it better or worse. That's cool, it went right. It's different, wow. 8 grams makes a huge difference. That feels good. It's just, I don't know which one I like better. I'm gonna compare it to the 9 iron in neutral setting, just to see if I'm feeling a difference. Seems to go pretty good. I can definitely feel a difference in my swing, which is bizarre. Where you put those weights affects your swing. A little bit. For me personally, right now, I prefer the weight on the pitching wedge in the center. Now, I would imagine everybody's gonna be a little bit different. What's cool though is it definitely alters how you hit the ball. And I think that's gonna be a combination of not only the weighting and feel of the club, but also what that little bit of weight does in your golf swing. Because I believe it's going to affect how you take it back and what you do with the club face during the golf swing. And immediately I could feel the difference already. With my golf swing, I kind of need that neutral setup. That's what I like in the wedge. But I would imagine depending on your swing and your setup, you might need something different. We're gonna jump now to a 6 iron and see where we're at here. We're currently neutral. Okay, I like that. I can square that up pretty easily, but it's just a mid iron. So I'm used to hitting 6s. Oh, that feels good. All right, now let's jump to the big daddy, the 3 iron, which I haven't hit in a long time. 4 iron's been where I've lived, but let's see what we got here. Neutral setting. see what happens when we try to dial in a 3-iron. All right, that was a good shot, and it was kind of a low fade. I don't hate that. All right, so let's make some adjustments with the 3-iron here and put that weight in the heel now with the long iron. It's pretty easy to change out, which is great. I mean, you can feel it. It's wild. All right, so it should be easier to turn it over. I got a little more height on that one. Pretty straight, a touch fade. That was nice. Also, what I've always believed in, everybody feels the golf swing a little differently. And we're gonna swing, our body's gonna react differently to where the weight of the club is. Some of us feel that weight, and that's what we swing. So we'd be swinging kind of the heel. So you might make contact in the club face at a different location because of where the weight is. Some people swing the lighter portion of a club. And so you would be searching in your muscles for that light area to turn over, to swing the light part. Everybody's different. That's the great thing about being able to dial in your clubs. So because I think like I'm swinging, I feel myself swinging the heavy part. So I'm swinging the heel, which means I'm leading it with the heel with the long iron. So I'm gonna test my theory out here. And now I'm gonna put the weight on the 3-iron way out in the toe. That was pretty good. A touch right. I can feel myself wanting to swing the toe more than the heel. If I start swinging the heel, I'm gonna lead in like this. If I'm swinging the toe, I'm gonna release earlier and let the club face square up. And the hardest club to do it with would be something like your 3-iron. I'll tell you what I love about it on the toe. I can go after that guy and it's not going left. It's just gonna get squared up. I do like that weight on the toe on the 3-iron. For some reason, it doesn't go as right for me as when it's on the heel. I like that. I'm gonna compare it to the 4-iron center, see what kind of different feels we get. Because I probably wouldn't use a 3-iron on the golf course. I haven't used one in a long time, but it's good to test it out, see where we're at. It's a good looking 4-iron. Feels good. Something I'm figuring out as I go is this. If you're a toe striker of the golf ball and you put the weight a little forward, then you're moving the center of gravity of the club out more toward the toe. So you're gonna move essentially the sweet spot of the club out more toward the toe. You can dial in the club to where you currently strike it. That's pretty amazing. And what I noticed that when I strike it a little more on the toe, it hooks more. Well, moving that weight out on the toe, now when I strike it on the toe, guess what? It just goes pretty dang straight. So I'm currently liking the toe weighting more personally, at least with the 8-iron. The 8-iron's done. Let's try a 7. So I'm gonna do the same thing with the 7. Okay, that was a great strike, a little on the toe, I could feel it, and it went very, very straight and got all the distance that the 7-iron would give me. Same thing, even better. Okay, I'm loving this. I'm gonna dial in my Edels. All right, here is my setup. I am moving all the weights from the 8-iron up to 3-iron, weighting on the toe. That's for me. Pitching wedge and 9-iron, I'm keeping it right in the center. Now the wedges, I don't know yet. We'll save that for another video. All right, well, here we go. I'm dialed in, Edel. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching. Love you guys. Whew. See you in the next video.